What is up guys, it's Jordan here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty. Didn't think I'd ever be saying that. Actually, I lie, I think I've made a video on a Call of Duty game a long time ago. Way before this channel even had like 10 subscribers. So I guess this is some form of homage or whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't even know why I like the new Call of Duty. I didn't see this coming. I didn't expect to enjoy a Call of Duty like ever again after Modern Warfare 3 or maybe Black Ops 3 at a push. But nonetheless, here we are talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 4, specifically the Blackout mode today. I will talk about the other modes, actually probably not zombies because that's not really what my channel goes for, but I will be talking about the multiplayer as well. But for today, we're going to be talking about Blackout. If you're a gamer and you pay any attention to anything gaming related, then you definitely know 100% what Blackout is. But for those of you that may have been living under a rock, Blackout is the Battle Royale mode that has recently been added to Call of Duty. Now, before we get into the thick of this video, I want to say two things. I do buy the Call of Duties every year, but I am not a Call of Duty massive fan by any means. I simply buy them because they're one of the rare few games that still has split screen to this day on console, and it's a really fun game to have if you've got friends over and you're having a few drinks and you just want to play something split screen. Then Call of Duty is pretty much your only option for that these days, unfortunately. And that's not unfortunately in terms of Call of Duty is a bad game, that's just unfortunately as in gaming companies don't seem to add split screen anymore. Cough cough Halo 5, still salty about that. And the second thing is, I am not even close to being a Battle Royale fan. I think I've got like 4 hours on PUBG and I've probably got like 30 minutes on Fortnite. I don't know why, I just could never get into them. I see the appeal of them, but I just couldn't get down with them. I don't know. I gave them a chance. I played with friends. I played solo. Maybe not enough of a chance. Nonetheless, I just couldn't get into them. So I'm not a Battle Royale fan. So I have no reason to like this, is what I'm saying. I went into this thinking I'm not gonna like this. There's no reason I'm gonna like this. I'm not a Call of Duty fan, and I'm not a Battle Royale fan. So that is why I'm here to talk about why I'm kind of addicted to Blackout mode and why I think Blackout is saving Call of Duty. So I'm going to be doing this completely improvised. I have no script. Normally I have a brief script, but I'm just literally going to talk about my feelings on this right now the best way I can, hot off playing it for a few games. But personally for me, I think that Blackout has become such a success because although Battle Royale is massive, like right now it's absolutely huge, Call of Duty has something which I don't think any other Battle Royale game out there has at the moment, which is just seriously smooth gameplay. Like, if there's one thing Call of Duty is known for, even if you hate the game, whatever, you must admit that Call of Duty has smooth gameplay. It may not be gameplay that you like, but you can't deny that it's smooth, and to the best of my knowledge, even on console, besides the point, but it's always been 60 FPS as well, which just, you know, kind of reinforces the idea that they're always pushing for smooth gameplay. That is their thing. So when you combine that with a genre of game that is absolutely blowing up, love it or hate it, in my case, generally not hate it but dislike it, but when you combine that with that genre, you've got yourself success. And as well as that, when you not only combine it but you also innovate your core features of your own already popular game, Call of Duty, in ways that actually work well, you literally can't go wrong. Now the big one I'm talking about here is vehicles. Vehicles in Call of Duty, like when you're talking about Battle Royale it's nothing, but when you're talking about Call of Duty, that's quite a big deal because I think World at War was the last game to have vehicles in it in multiplayer, and they've just been absent since. So to have vehicles brought back into Call of Duty is really good. Now I must admit they've done a good job with it. I thought that the vehicles and the driving would be really bad because I know they've always had it in campaigns and things, but it's always been a very on the rails experience. But to suddenly give you this massive map in Call of Duty and say, hey, you can drive vehicles and fly helicopters, I was like, this is going to be awful. And I played it and I was like, this is actually pretty good. The vehicles are quite slow to compensate from the fact that the map isn't as big as many Battle Royale games, but the actual handling of the vehicles and everything is good. It's really good, and I'm like, I didn't think that was going to happen with Call of Duty. I thought it'd be a tacked on feature. And tacked on features is what leads me on to my next point about why I think this mode is doing so well. And that is because despite it being, yes, a copy of a very popular genre, Battle Royale, they have done a very good job at implementing this into Call of Duty. It is not... They haven't just ripped out the campaign mode and then put in quarter of the effort to make this mode and then just sit on their asses for the rest of the time. They have clearly thought long and hard about removing the campaign and where they're going to allocate the resources that they're going to gain from that. You know, how they're going to do that back into the game. Sorry, that was a jumble of words. Because this Battle Royale mode just feels right. It doesn't feel Like, it feels like Call of Duty's always had this, and that's a hard one to explain, but it feels so right and so at home in this game that I'm like, oh, this is natural, this is Call of Duty now. Like, it's taking me like a week to be like, yep, this is normal, this is fine, Blackout, you know, Battle Royale and Call of Duty, normal thing. Because they've done such a good job with it. It feels like Call of Duty, but like almost an evolution of it. And I know some people are going to hate that because they're like, oh, well, Battle Royale is not an evolution. Well, in terms of the COD franchise, it is. It's a big evolution because you're getting a giant map. When I say giant, in terms of Call of Duty, you're getting a very, very large map. You're getting a massive player count compared to the usual like 12 or whatever it is. You're getting vehicles. You're getting all sorts of things that Call of Duty never goes near, and these are all subcategories of what makes Battle Royale. So instead of just saying, oh, it's Battle Royale, when you dig deeper into it, you start looking at the things that have been added to Call of Duty to make this a reality, and you're like, this is impressive that they pulled this off so well. Because I'll be honest, when this started to come out, my main thought was they have not done anything different in Call of Duty for so long that this is going to be too much of a challenge for them. They're going to flop it, the servers won't be able to handle it, it's going to be a nightmare. But I, again, pleasantly surprised to say that they have done a fantastic job with this game mode and making it actually work well, and it's paying off because people are absolutely loving this game, and it's probably the most popular Call of Duty in years. Which leads me on to another point, which is almost a, oh, stuff's going off. It's almost a sub point of the last one, but that is that removing the campaign, God knows why, was a good idea. I hated the fact they were going to remove the campaign because I loved the Black Ops campaign, and I really did, and I still do. I still miss having a campaign, but in this case it was the right move because Call of Duty needed something new, and you can make the absolute best Call of Duty campaign ever, but at the end of the day, it's still Call of Duty. If they had plowed all of that money into just adding a super cool cinematic experience, people might love it for, you know, 10, no, not even that, 5, 6, 7 hours. But once the campaign is over, it's just, oh, this is Call of Duty multiplayer again. This is all it is. But instead, by removing it and plowing their time elsewhere, they're going to make a game here that's going to last. Probably, well, it's gonna definitely last until the next one. A lot of these new Call of Duties seem to drop off like quarter of the way into their life cycle. They don't make it with a massive player count to the next release. This one, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if it exceeds the next release, if it goes beyond it, if Blackout becomes a regular thing that gets updated quite regularly until the next Treyarch game comes out. So in terms of the longevity of Call of Duty and improving on what makes it so popular generally, which is the multiplayer, then I hate to say it, removing the campaign was the right move. I do miss the campaign. I loved playing Black Ops 3 in co-op, but they shut me up big time because they've come out with something that's brilliant. And it's what I said, they haven't been lazy about it because they've added, you know, lots into zombies. The story in zombies, there's multiple maps compared to usual. They've done a really good job at making sure that there's not a lack of content, which is what I was going to be super worried about. But I'm kind of going off topic there anyway. That's just me talking about Call of Duty, not Blackout mode specifically. Now, I know this video has been a bit of a jumbled mess in terms of points and trying to get my point across because I didn't want to do a review. So many people do reviews on things, and I feel like they're everywhere. So I didn't want to just sit down and read from a list and say, this is why the game is good because A, B, C, whatever. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about how I feel about this game coming from a non-Battle Royale, non-Call of Duty loving perspective. Because I'm in that category of people that are super surprised by this game, and I'll be honest, right now I can't stop playing it. I really can't. I get home and all I want to do is play Blackout, and you can play it in split screen. That's literally the perfect thing. Like, playing Blackout with my girlfriend in split screen honestly like made my weekend. She came back from uni, we played tons of split screen on Blackout, and it was just so much fun because of the scope of Blackout, you know, the open world, all these new challenges being added to Call of Duty. I did not think they would maintain split screen, and they did, and I'm super grateful they did, because again, going back to Halo, they were like, oh, we want 60 FPS, so we're gonna drop split screen because we can't do it. And then Call of Duty was like, hey, fuck you, we're gonna add a giant open world map and loads of new features, and we're still gonna keep split screen. And that makes me happy, and that makes me respect the developers even more. But overall, if you are like me and you don't like Call of Duty that much, you're not massively fussed on it, and you hate Battle Royale, still give this a go, because there's something about it. It's got a charm to it, and it's definitely got replayability down, because all I want to do is go back and play more games. But honestly, give it a go. Just at least look into it. Don't just judge it based on the fact that it's got Call of Duty in the name, because Call of Duty was once a very popular franchise, and it definitely still has the potential to be there if things like this are going to happen. They make the right moves. So once again, to reiterate, they copied a very popular game mode that I hate, that I thought would suck. I never thought this was going to work, and here I am saying this is probably the best game I've played this year so far. I am honestly having a blast with it, and I recommend that everyone who's who's already made their opinion about it, maybe just take a second look at it and just think about it, because it's definitely worth your time. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate it if you smack that like button and subscribe if you want to see some more awesome gaming content. I will see you guys in the next one.